Misa here, with a story that's very close and personal to me. It's when I first became a screamo artist, a rocker. It seemed like I was getting into fights with everyone back then, and what pissed me off the most was the way my husband was abused. They always blamed him. He hadn't done a thing wrong. Not a thing. But they framed him. There was a person who looked much like him that was a prostitute, a male one, and this male prostitute had stalked around claiming my husband was cheating on me, but he hadn't. During this time, my husband was overseas as a veteran and hadn't done anything wrong. And so I was pissed off about it. I went to several people to whom I knew on the streets and started asking questions. The first person was a woman named Angelica. I went to Angelica, and I had said, "Hey, Angie." They began screaming at me, "My name is Angelica." "Okay, I'm sorry, Angelica. I have a question for you." "What?" "At least you could call me Aw." "I don't even understand what you're saying to me. I just have a question. There's a new prostitute on the street that apparently looks on, everyone as if they're meat, and they look like my husband. Is this true?" "Yeah." I totally sucked that guy's dick too, and he was like so fucking ridiculous about it. I shat in his face, and he still asked me for fucking help. "What do you mean?" "Well, he carries a sign around that says anything helps." "Really?" "Yeah, man. He's fucking nasty. I mean, you can do whatever to him. You can vomit him. I mean, you can eat him and vomit him." "What?" "You can eat the man and vomit him." "Alright, I'm leaving." And I had walked away. But when I was leaving, that person had shoved their entire fist in their mouth. And I thought to myself, how putrid. When I walked away, there was another person who went by Star. Star and I didn't get along at all, but I decided to go up and talk anyhow. I walked up to Star directly and I said, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" Star turned to me with these cold eyes. "What do you want?" I said quite plainly, "There's a new prostitute on the streets." "Oh, you mean you?" "No. There's someone pretending to be my husband. I want to know if you have any information about them." "Yeah, I might. What do you have for me?" "Nothing. I'm not giving you fucking anything." "Do you or do you not know about the person?" "Yeah, I know them." "Ah, then they're your fucking butt buddy and they fuck you in bed then," is what I said. I flipped the person off and began to walk away. "See you, dirty whore," as I walked away. I thought I heard the person crying, but I couldn't help but laugh in my head from it. As I walked away, I saw someone who looked like my husband, much shorter. And they smelled awful, and I saw a cardboard sign. They were walking towards the way of the person I just walked away from. I decided to keep on walking, and when I hit a tree, I sat down, and when I sat down, I pulled out a book and started sketching the conversation. I began sketching the person first, and then sketching Star. I looked at both of them, and they both had looked at me and started pointing and talking. Star began to laugh, and anything walked over with their cardboard sign. When they walked over, essentially the first thing that had happened was they said, "I hear you're looking for a prostitute? What kind of money you got?" I said, "I don't have anything." "And are you pretending to be my husband?" "Yeah, you're that rocker chick, right?" "Yes." "And you do screamo, like metal and shit?" "I do metal, yes." "Well, I was really hoping you'd shit in my face." "What kind of vile thing are you even suggesting? Look, I eat people's poop for a living, and I really want to push your husband to suicide. I mean, he's a veteran, right? That means he's a bad guy, right? I mean, veterans do all sorts of things to people. Veterans aren't good people, are they?" My stomach turned. I stood up and kicked the person in the face as hard as I could, and their nose broke. "How fucking dare you!" Their nose was bleeding out, and I noticed Star run away. And the only person that came by was Angelica. Angelica came over, and the first thing that she had to say was, "Alright, I'm gonna sit on his face now, and you punch me as hard as you can." I vomited. I felt vomit come up, and I spat it onto them and ran away. It wasn't even intentional. I just puked on them and ran away. As I ran away, there was police. I grabbed onto the police's arm and I said, "Sir, please help me." The police had ripped his arm away from me and said, "Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me. Have you seen a prostitute around?" And I said, "Yes, that's what I want to tell you about. They're over at the park over here. There's 3 of them. One named Star, another one named Angelica, and another one to whom goes by anything 4. And all 3 of them are deranged. I just accidentally vomited on them because they were going so crazy, and I kicked one in the face." "Self-defense?" "Yes, sir." "Okay, I don't need any more questions, and I'll leave you be. Please go on your day, and please be careful." I had found out later that all 3 of them were arrested for felonies of rape charges and possible attempted murder, and they were all trying to commit suicide in the middle of the Walmart parking lot. I thought to myself, how fucking disgusting are these people? I went to the next day of performing one of my concerts after hearing all of this, and I remember screaming so hard my vocal cords shot out towards the end of the concert. I was drinking some herbal tea when my husband had come up and talked to me. "Are you okay?" "No. There's someone pretending to be you and it's stressing me out." "What's going on?" "And you don't need to be stressed out over anybody." "I'm trying to protect you and our kids. And it feels like no one even cares about me some days. And I'm trying to get somewhere in life, but it feels like they're pushing us out of the places that we made for ourselves. And it's vomitous. It's disgusting. They won't leave us alone some days, and it makes me want to puke." I held my hand over my mouth, and I said quite plainly, "It grosses me out. They're not sane. I need sanity. I need you with me. Please don't leave my side again." He held me close to him and he said, "I promise you, I will not leave your side. I'm not going to go anywhere again. This is too much for me. The police officer came and contacted me before your show, and now your vocal cords just snapped. Can you even talk properly?" I cleared my throat. I said, "Yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's just, it hurts. Listen, I've done that before myself. You can't act like this. Don't let these people get in your head. You're stronger. You know how we are. We're strong people. They're not. Baby, I'm so scared. Some days it feels like I don't know how to explain it to you. I just need you with me always. I understand how you feel. Don't let them try to bully you. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're disgusting." I felt so vomitous even thinking of them. I turned back to my husband and I said, "Just don't let go of me," and held on to him.